Hey guys, so Hero looks a little different. It's still Hero, don't worry. He's gonna play today. He's not feeling too well. He's feeling a little under the weather. Almost snowy, if you will. Feeling a little snowy.
Get the hell out of my spot!
Oh, but he wanted to play.
No, you can still play. You can still over here,
He
please.
literally put his tail down. He's like,
Come
I
here.
wanted to play.
Come here. There you go.
Cuddle. Happy puppy.
We're back.
Ooh, yours are full tummy. Full tummy Tom.
Hi, buddy. Alright. So, I'm wearing some winter attire today because our house's AC has literally... What?
Everybody buy these. They're so good.
Are you covering the branding specifically?
Yes.
You know
Buy
you can
them.
see it on the bottom, right?
Nope, it's fine. Buy them.
So
They're so good.
I was trying to finish what I was saying.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm
Sorry,
I'm wearing winter clothes today because our house's AC is on, and it only has 2 settings, barely noticeable, and Antarctica. So we have it set to Antarctica, and I'm cold. So I'm wearing, so that's why I'm wearing like a beanie and stuff.
I'm sure at some point during this recording, you'll get hot because
I'll probably just take off the scarf.
this room gets hot.
It does, because we have all
But for
the
now,
stuff.
I have a blankie. He has a beanie and a scarf and all the stuffs.
And a dog.
I have a lightsaber.
It's mine.
He has a lightsaber.
Alright, let's get
I have a
started.
cut. And here we go.
I actually forgot to get a drink before we started.
Now
Oh well.
then, let's
For you.
begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial,
Oh,
It's okay, we don't
you
have to
delightful
talk
image.
much.
arguments for who
Delightful
the killer
image.
is,
It's okay.
and
You,
vote for
you
who
decided
done
not
it.
to grab a drink.
Who
on a
done
great-
it?
If you vote correctly, then only the
Oh, I wanna show
blackened
my
will
shoes.
receive punishment. But
They're not
if you
shoes,
pick
but
the
they're
wrong
Ravenclaw socks.
person,
They're cute.
I'm feeling a little bit crowded.
I'll
a
punish
little bit
everyone
less crowded today.
besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this
But yeah, it's okay.
island.
You picked a good episode not to forget drink because
I'm gonna be spitting it out in laughter.
no, because we don't have to talk that much.
That's true.
Because they talk, so all we have to say is what we think. We don't really have to read their own lines.
Now
Yeah, but
then,
also means I have
let's
an
first
opportunity to
discuss
drink.
The motive.
It
That
does, yeah.
masterpiece of gaming.
If you want to pour some sake, you can get crazy.
Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
Oh, I'm wearing
I
the,
totally
I'm
relate
wearing
to
the
that.
babe.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
Wearing the babe too.
The outcome
laundry
of this
since
trial should
the
be
last set of
determined by
sessions,
whether or
so-
not we find Mahiru's killer.
I mean, it's the motive, so we have to focus on it a little
Nevertheless,
bit.
we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
See what you guys did? You made me agree with the Nagato.
Yeah,
With
you're
a
right.
Nagito.
With the
Then let's try
Nagato.
discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game
I like
already
fish
knows
gills.
that it's
Okay.
based on an actual murder case.
Look,
Okay.
Some of
like
us
a fish
have
gill.
not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
Some of us have better things to do than waste our
some
time
of
on
us don't
trivial.
give a
means
fuck.
Twilight Syndrome murder case is a non-fiction game.
I'm not gonna be able to take them seriously every time they say that. Don't.
Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Gasp.
Also,
Some
my
of us are
favorite video.
characters in a video game?
Just,
Oh my god, are you now?
there's something funny about that.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Alright, Hajime,
I
tell
agree.
them. Tell them, Hajime. Because the characters in the game were
Tell them,
Girl
Hinata.
A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl E, Girl and Boy F.
And also girl F.
And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning.
Girl F.
By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. It
This
does
is
say
a
Hiyoko.
screenshot. Yeah, this
It's funny
is the
'cause-
screenshot that I showed you.
It's funny because Nagato says Saionji. So they actually did mess up that.
The cat was playing.
It's
with the
funny
rabbit.
because last episode we were talking about how in beta testing they probably have to make sure that they don't mess up
Yeah.
showing that which elevator image they show at
Yeah.
which point.
I think maybe because I think it's a translation thing because I think Hiyoko prefers to go by Hiyoko even in the Japanese version. so I think that's why they put her name as Hiyoko there on the
Yeah.
cast list, but then when reading it off, they said Saionji and they forgot to switch it.
Makes sense.
Because they normally say by, you know.
Alright, the first character the player was able to control was Girl A, and that was good old Mikan.
I see.
Do I have to do
Little
with
antenna
all of
wiggling.
these?
Girl
Yes,
A is
you do.
probably
So I hope you
Miko
remember.
Uzumaki.
I do, and somewhere around here there's a note.
That timid tone.
I might have thrown it away. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Definitely
Oh, no,
sounds
I
like
didn't.
Girl A.
It's right here.
Based
Well,
on the list of names.
I'm
on
gonna
the
go off
staff,
what I remember.
I can't
Okay,
think of
if you
anyone
need
else
help.
who would be Girl A.
I also know them by heart, but if you need help, there you go.
That's infringement of my privacy.
She didn't give her permission.
Trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any
Pig shit.
privacy rights.
God.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too.
What are you doing?
We'll see if I can turn it up more.
Huh?
Get my beautiful baby.
She's really quiet.
She's quiet because
Ah,
she's just
fuck.
beautiful.
The high school girl died first, if only.
No.
It was B, wasn't it? Yeah.
I see.
I see!
Girl B
Who
was
was Girl
short
D?
and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
It's scarier that you're not aware of it.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Who was Girl C?
Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. That's Monokuma.
I see.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Girl C is Ibuki.
I know it's just gonna tell me you got it wrong. I really wish it was like Phoenix Wright, where there's something really funny if you
Yeah.
get things wrong in specific ways.
Yeah.
Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
It's a date.
Jackie's like,
I love how it's not even like he was full on deadpan.
Let's move on to Girl D.
not even gonna dignify that with a response.
Who was I count with them? Obviously Fuyuhiko.
I see.
Definitely Fuyuhiko.
Girl D
This is
mine.
already
The victim.
okay. I know this case. I know that this case is honestly probably gonna be very interesting. It starts off
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
badly.
Well, I did already have you figure this out.
Talk about Guy F.
Huh?
I did already have you figure this out.
That's true.
So that's probably why you think it's boring. But I figured
He's
it out as I went.
Guy
so I
F.
knew
Sato,
it, but-
not Fuyuhiko.
I see.
I see.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
The only one whose name starts with the letter he was given.
I was
Yeah.
in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Hey, dipshit.
We
We know that you played the game.
Like-
Don't even pull this shit, alright?
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
What? No.
Another person?
You mean there's multiple people with the same last name?
It was one of the names on the staff
cat?
roll.
He's trying to get into a cabinet.
Yeah.
The names were Sumiki,
Oh, cat.
Koizumi, Saionji,
No, it
Again,
wasn't.
they did it again.
Satsuki,
So I guess they really did not realize they did that.
and
Uh-huh.
then another Kuzuryu.
Or maybe it was like it was probably something in translation.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
Because he played the game.
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
No.
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true, I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. Reason Fuyuhiko's last name,
You're the protagonist. What?
yeah, little sister, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can prove it.
Yeah,
It's just a
baby
bug.
sister.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
I hate the way Hiyoko's looking at me right now.
What do you mean, little sister?
God, he barely comes up to her tits.
A little sister.
This is what Guy F
Small
said in the game.
and a sister.
Stop
Little
looking at me
sister.
like that. Stop looking at me like that. Stop it. That bitch.
God,
What the
it
hell
totally
did she
looks
do?
like
Okay.
Fujiko. How could you
Pretty
not
clear.
see it?
There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus,
To be fair,
the
Fuyuhiko's
sister
original
actually
design
appeared in the game.
was to
That's
look
why the
like
name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
Ekamaru. They
By the
weren't
way,
initially supposed to be
What
switched, the
role did
designs.
Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
Got 10 minutes without it cutting out.
It's alright. It didn't count for long.
It didn't, but
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see.
It's really...
Really sad to
high
think
school
about.
girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Yeah, this part's extremely obvious. That bitch, Girl E, was it? How'd she do my little sister?
Based on
Stuff.
Gaief's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So
Yeah,
if
for
the
real.
only person left is the dead high
This is the
school
first time I've ever been
girl,
bored
then
listening to
she
people
must
talk
be
about video
Fuyuhiko's
games.
sister.
I want to
You
know
sound so fucking happy. That's
what
a winning
the, like,
personality.
I guess they're supposed to be like coconuts that were in the sand, but they're just like little green grapes. It
We
was
talked
really
about it
cute.
last episode. They are coconuts.
Yeah, it's just funny.
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
You said the game is a
We
work
don't.
of
Yeah,
non-fiction.
what's sarcasm?
That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister.
But she's not fucking dead.
Random question, but do you think, I really don't think, Gundam has heterochromia. I really think that he just wears one colored contact lens to look a little bit more
Something
badass.
wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's
The bare
not
base is
just a
confirmed
game,
it's not,
it's definitely
non-fiction.
based on true events.
Yeah.
That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard!
He's like, don't you say my sister's dead, I'll fucking kill you.
I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
I don't believe you.
I mean,
I don't think you would have.
when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
We've been here for like weeks, dude.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
Shut the fuck up. He's
So
just.
you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay.
I love you,
understand your
Fuyuhiko. I feel a
attitude
little
toward this
sorry
class trial now.
for you.
Yeah.
Nagito, you seem
Oh,
to be
that's why I
doubting
feel weird. I don't
Fuyuhiko
have the
a
pillow
lot.
behind me.
Do you
you
suspect
want
he's
it?
the killer?
Please.
A mystery that
You want-
easy would
you want a
make
dog
me feel
too?
sad.
Yeah, come here.
It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
That's
That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
That also works. I'm okay with that.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
He really wants no one to be the killer, but he's okay with letting the killer lose. You're,
Who? What? Nagito?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, his shirt is so weird. That pink emblem on it really just throws me off.
Anyway,
I know.
now we've established
The
who
only
all
one.
the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikai. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko.
No fucking way!
And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl.
Seriously, I'm
is
pretty sure he's wearing at
Fuyuhiko's
least one
little
colored
sister.
contact lens. I think the scar is face paint too.
That's just a story
Yeah.
in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be
That.
the same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I believe there's a brand of rice in Japan called Sato
Ah,
with like a
I
female
don't know
mascot.
what Sato
I
you're
could be
talking
wrong.
about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
no, I think this is important. Buki said it has to be.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's
Ibuki said it,
last
which
name,
means it has to be the
since they're both
most
really
important
plain
fact in this
names.
entire case.
Okay, this might be a bad time to ask. What's Fuyuhiko's last name?
Gundam. Gundam's last
I
name
mean,
is
Gundam.
just
Tanaka. They're not related at all. What the heck? Is that a wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Ooh. Get fucked.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
No one cares about
You
that.
got back up.
We have to
Thank you.
Talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
There's a murder in it.
My,
There's a murder
you don't know.
mystery.
I heard that girl E got killed.
You heard. Dude, your name is littered in the
No
credits.
way.
What do you mean you heard?
True?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
Stop.
Sad. so violent.
The cat is behind
Those times we live in.
TV,
Why did this
where all the cords
happen?
are.
She sounds so bored, like, my, what awful times we live in. Why did this happen? And she's like, and it's like, I really don't trust you just because of that.
Definitely friends.
Yeah, that really seems like a planned
The
routine.
mystery of the game is the murder of girl E,
Amaya.
correct?
Well,
Then
it's not
let's
really that
hurry
hard.
up and solve it. Let's first figure out
Just
why
wanted her to
Girl
be
E
out
was
from
killed.
Behind.
Didn't
all the
want to
cords are.
unplug something.
Hi. Yeah.
The reason Girl E was killed, should be able to assume why based on the contents of the game.
Hi. You gonna come cuddle?
Because Girl E was the killer.
See,
That was the saddest.
The reason girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Makes sense.
it
Cuddling,
seems
hold
Girl
on,
E
maybe
was
I
killed
will.
as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Dude, fuck, Mikan and Ibuki are goddamn shocked by everything going on right now.
What do you think,
cuddle.
Fuyuhiko? Apparently,
Yeah,
Girl E was killed
can
to
cuddle.
avenge your little sister.
Here's space.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But
Look at Mikan and Ibuki right now. They're both shocked by everything that's They're shocked by everything transpiring. I feel like it just hit Ibuki that she's
that
in a
true?
game.
Girl E,
I feel like she still hasn't
she
realized.
killed the first victim? In order to make that
Right.
clear, we need to know more
She's
about the
crossing her
case
paws.
involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
You two are both so selfish with your love.
Oh wow.
Look, I made a
Ta-da!
map of
Huh,
the
so
music
Makoru is
room
not the only
surroundings,
person that can do
which
this.
was the stage of the first case.
Chiaki can also do it. Because Chiaki is a good girl, and she can do everything.
Okay.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
You are? I mean, this isn't like a fancy drawing or anything. Like I could,
Guys.
like this is like a 2
Not
minutes.
second nature to retro game fans.
Also true. I've had to make my own maps for certain games before.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
I've mapped like the original Zelda on my own before.
We get it. Talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
All right.
Then I'll start explaining.
Looking at everyone.
God, fucking Nekomaru was really pissed about all that dungeon crawling stuff.
No, look,
Girl
it's okay.
A,
Just
Girl
look
B,
at
Girl C, and
Let's
Girl
go
D
do-
were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking.
You go flop.
I just noticed Teru. He doesn't have an X. He has a cross knife and fork.
I was like, what the fuck are you laughing at? She didn't say anything that funny.
That was really funny. It was something I just noticed, and it really made me laugh.
Immediately,
Aw,
they
Amaya.
climbed the stairs to the second floor
You're
and
curled
headed
up
to
too
where we
far
heard
out
that
of frame.
sound.
No one can see your
Girl
cute
E was in
face.
front of
The
the
headless
music room
cat.
on the second floor, and she
She
confirmed
has a
that
head.
the sound came
It's
from
right.
in there.
It's right over there. I promise. It's right
But
there.
the door to the music room was
I'm
locked,
touching it right now, but you guys can't see it.
so Girl D went to get the key from the office.
Yeah, there it
And
goes.
when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside,
Oh, we had a good 18 minutes of it not
the
glitching.
victim's body,
She really looks
red
like
blow to the head.
Sonia. I don't know
I know.
what. Something about her really just looks like Sonia.
I think it's just because of the way her hair is swept.
Yeah.
And again,
The
same
music
model
room's window was
for
broken.
everyone.
The girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Basic.
I also like that she didn't label Girl
Yep.
E.
And
Yeah, I
here's
noticed that
animal
too.
explanation.
I was like, alright.
Just as
not
expected
gonna
from
label
the
her.
ultimate gamer who excels
Can
at
you
clearing
stop
games.
sucking up for 5 fucking seconds?
No.
Wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
How do you know that? Did you play the game?
We said it earlier.
No, I know. That's the joke.
Girlie was
I'll be honest. I
waiting
assumed you
outside
haven't paid attention to a
the
single
other
thing because you've been focused on a
after she
cat.
killed the first
No,
victim.
I believe it or not,
Did she
played
lock
this
the
game.
music room from the outside?
I don't know if
Then
you
she
know this,
would've
but this
totally
is
needed the key
leading
from the office.
the blind. I've
Which
played games.
means
You know
Girlie
play
was
games.
hiding that key.
Me know things. You
No, I do
know
play
things
games.
right now.
Lock the music room after she left it.
But
Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Teratero again.
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped. And sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
Didn't Girl E get the key?
No.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then
Girl D went to go
forget
get the key.
this.
Girl E is the one
It's
that you
not
ran into,
cute to
the
see
one
an
that all
old
four of
guy
them ran
sulk.
into when they were heading to find the noise.
I kind of wish that Maharu's ex was a camera reticle. I wish they were all like personalized.
Yeah. I think Teratera's is the only one that's personalized and that really
We haven't
pisses me
reached
off.
an answer yet.
It's funny though.
It's funny, but it makes
Based on
me
the details
angry.
of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? Guess I need to clear that up first. Alright. Make your arguments.
Well, we know she locked the door.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna need to look at this because I'm honestly a little lost on how
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
That is the question.
Let's see. Entrance hall
She just
photo,
broke the window
broken
in the music
face.
room and escaped outside.
Okay.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls
Oh, my bad. I hit
heard
the wrong
sound
button.
of the window shattering.
Oh, there's my contradiction. Which button slows it?
Just shoot. Just fucking shoot.
I'm trying to remember my controls.
Just.
I missed.
Alright.
How was she able to get past those four?
It's like you don't need to slow it down. Just
Alright.
shoot.
There's my
right
slowdown.
in front of the music room.
So which one's the speed up
Probably
button?
used a hidden passageway.
I can agree with that.
World's best!
Oh, Ibuki.
I really wish I.
You're a
I
true
After she killed the
treasure
first
among
victim in the
men.
music room.
Look at her fucking face.
What did Girl E do?
Stuff.
I'm trying to remember.
She
Okay,
just
B
broke
is
the
speed
window
up.
and escaped outside.
So how
I have to
did
remember my
Girl E
controls.
get
It's
to
been a
the
little
music
bit since
room?
we've been in a
You
trial.
need to go through the... Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls
That's what
should have
At the
Nekomaru
entrance
said.
hall, the girls
She sounded like a
heard the
hamster
sound.
and I love it.
I will. Look, I remember all the controls. Don't worry. I'm getting there. Shut the fuck up. Shit
Shut
for
up.
brains.
Hey, pig shit, listen up! Oh
The
shit.
window breaking.
Maybe I was Girl P.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
That face.
I'm sorry, that was a really bad line read. A vase.
No, I think it was pretty accurate to how he's feeling. He's like,
How low can
a
you
vase.
go?
You fucking idiot.
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
So the murder probably happened. So the murder happened earlier.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall.
So what I'm thinking is she probably exited, she locked the door, left. I'm trying to
Girl
figure out if she had the
broke
key from the start, put it
music
back.
room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway. returned the
Okay,
key
that's
to
what I
the
was
office.
thinking. My thought was, honestly, with the broken window, I thought she might have broken it, then, I thought she got the key before the murder, committed it, then broke the window, then took the key back. I legitimately thought she did not go through the window at all.
And went back to wait in front of the
She
music.
didn't go through the window at all.
She didn't go through the window at all?
No.
All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls
I'm pretty
met
sure
by
she
the
broke the
entrance
window
hall.
on accident while doing the murder.
That would make sense.
And then because the window was broken, she was like, oh shit, something has to make that noise so that we can go investigate.
To make them think
So,
the murder had just occurred
she broke
and
the
that the
vase.
killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
Yeah, maybe she did 2
I
laps.
see. Now the mystery has been solved.
You're way too happy considering there's still a lot of stuff that hasn't been solved yet.
She's
Wait
like,
a minute.
well, the mystery is solved.
mystery
Yay.
hasn't been solved yet. You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet.
My good looks.
Murder weapon.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool. I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end.
I mean, he will kill us, so we might as well go ahead.
You're
Yeah,
so
for real.
annoying.
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
I
No,
cannot.
he has a wonderful way with words. You're just a pussy.
I'm unable to not
Stanky
hear. I'm not unable to hear, like, unhear Frankie there.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Will you?
Well, I have a theory. I just don't know, like, the accuracy of it. Because if I had to guess, it's the most obvious thing, which is. I mean, it's broken. But it says a tipped over fish tank, so. I'm gonna go with that for now. I assume that's the murder weapon, but. Unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. So it had to have appeared in the game. The vase didn't, so it has to be that. If we're told we can't take a.
No, the vase did.
Well, in a picture.
Oh yeah. So
Like,
it's
not
still
the
in
actual.
game.
Okay, I'll take that. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? You're always out of line.
Very much out of line. Can you like give us like a
Oh,
woohoo warning or something that
Now
you're
then,
coming? Like this, it's just jarring.
There's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop debates. You won't always destroy with one shot. So now we have durable white noise. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to white noise won't appear. It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the... Oh, interesting. Gun something. I wonder who that is. Clearly Fuyuhiko. I mean, he's Yakuza. That means he has a gun. Duh.
No, it's Nagito because he's always ready to fucking kill someone.
Was that a line just now? Shut the fuck up.
I just like that the game's like, hey, here's
Sorry,
a
was
skill
I out
that
of
would
line?
make this so much easier for you,
Alright.
but you haven't gotten to it yet, so go fuck yourself.
So, I'm gonna assume it's a broken fish tank for now. Because the only thing... It's a swimsuit, of course! She took it with her.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Pew!
What about
Like
broken
flipped her in the
glass?
head with the swimsuit so hard she died.
Well, that doesn't make
Isn't
sense
the cause
because...
of death a blow to the head?
She did like that...
Didn't you attacked her with the fish tank?
That's too big.
So I have to
be a
agree
weapon.
here. Not necessarily.
Then the piano.
That's even bigger!
Why are you going even bigger?
Because he felt like it.
Investigation conducts universal chaos.
Always.
It's on that big a scale too?
Yep.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
No.
That's
If
too
it's a
small.
weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
That one's a contradiction,
She
so...
beat her to death with her fists!
You're seriously stupid.
I love you, Ibuki, but please stop trying to help.
Ibuki, we love you, but in trials, shut the fuck up.
Can I look at my... I wish I could look at my bullets real quick.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Broken face photo. Kills
What about
escape
broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her.
I'm gonna try agreeing with this one. Yeah, it didn't work. Worth a shot. Literally.
This the connection between what you're saying and attacking someone with a fish tank?
There would have to be
inside the
bloodstains.
music room,
Oh, no, there
What about
wouldn't
broken
because
glass?
I get it. So it's a contradiction. There wouldn't be
Isn't the
bloodstains
cause
because
of
they
death a
washed
blow to the
away.
head?
I think. No.
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the
Victim's
piano.
crime scene photo. Oops. I keep pressing X to pull up the menu and Y to... But I just had a thought. So, what was the crime scene photo?
That.
Can I get a closer look at it?
No.
Guys, I'm trying. I'll be honest. Trying to see if there is
Her knee's broken. Her leg is broken.
Oh, interesting.
Do you see that?
Is
I don't think that's intentional. That's not part of the case at all.
okay. I'll be honest. When you said her leg was broken, it's like, did she get pushed out the window and brought back up?
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to like throw you off or anything. I was just like, I was looking at her and I was like, her leg's fucking broken. Because you can see that her knee is
there
facing
wouldn't-
inside, right?
Yeah. Wait. So there's. He said there would be bloodstains, but the only place there's blood in this picture is on her. There is no bloodstains at the crime scene at all. I just noticed that. Is it possible she didn't die in the music room? If so, because we discussed the head wound is the major thing here, and apparently that bleeds a shit ton. So if this was the crime scene, then there would have to be a bunch of bloodstains. Thank you, Fuyuhiko. I'm glad I focused on yours because it was the only orange one.
Going
It's
even
the only
bigger.
orange one.
I hope I'm on the right track,
Universal chaos.
You're
It's on that
sort of
big a
on the right
scale,
track.
too?
but
You've figured out
Beating her
the
with
issue.
something, like you figured out the issue.
If it's a weapon that was used
You
to
haven't
beat them
figured
to
out
death,
why it's an issue.
it should have had bloodstains.
So it's not because there's no
I,
bloodstains.
what,
Is there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
no.
Okay,
How do I phrase this?
I have the right answer but the wrong reason.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna shoot that.
A weapon inside the music
Oops.
room, huh?
What about broken
Like,
glass?
like
Isn't
you,
the
like
cause
you
of
know
death
what
she
the
attacked her
issue
with the
is,
fish-
Too big to
But
be
I
a
don't
weapon.
have like the full grasp of
but
it.
you don't understand
It's on that big a scale?
How about beating her with
how
blood?
it
If it's a
came,
weapon
how
that
it
was
came
used
to be
to
an
beat
issue.
them to death,
Is it
Yes.
is it because the? I'll get it right eventually.
X.
Look,
X.
they're right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's no blood scenes at the crime scene,
She had a lot of blood on her.
but there's no blood scenes like on the floor.
Why would there be no blood stain from the floor?
Cause the fish tank. So is the fish tank the
what
reason?
about broken glass?
Like, is that what I said? It's what I said earlier. There was like water
the cause
from
of death
it,
a
like
blow to
washing
the
away.
head?
So that was the reason.
Then she attacked
Okay,
her
so I
with the
was
fish
right
tank.
with the fish tank originally. I said that
Yes.
earlier,
Big to be a
but you
weapon.
didn't say anything. All right, so I had the right idea,
piano.
but the wrong, like, way of
Yeah,
getting it.
you knew where.
I had both of the. I literally said both
You
those
separately
thoughts.
had the thoughts. You just didn't put
If
both
it's a
of the
weapon that
thoughts
was used
together.
to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
I did the thing again.
I'm so.
God damn it! Buttons
I'm
are hard.
gonna fucking.
I play video game. What?
What? Hold on. Am I? Hold on.
I haven't beaten someone before.
Give me a second.
I'm so confused. I'm running out of time.
Pause it. Look at stuff. Hold on. I'm gonna. Hold on. Give me a second.
I'm so confused. So.
Uh.
You know, we could just show this picture to Fuyuhiko and he'd be like, "That's my fucking sister."
Like, holy shit, that's my sister! Well, I mean, it's just, they've already seen it
That's true.
in price.
Hmm.
mhm.
I tipped off into gravel and water. Gravel and water was good. I don't have to agree with Ibuki, do I?
I think we skipped a few steps because this is the right answer. I'm gonna let you know that, but it's not correct in this instance.
The gravel? Because I'm like, I really hope. I love Ibuki, but that's the dumbest thought, and if that's the actual reason, I'm gonna think
So that is the thing that you have to focus on.
the gravel.
That is the statement you need to shoot. But what do you have to shoot it with?
I'm assuming the fish tank because there was gravel at the scene, right?
No.
What are my things again?
What about
Broken fish tank, kills escape room, stolen swimsuit.
Isn't the
Broken
cause of
vase
death
foot.
a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too
I'm
big to be
very confused. It's not. So wait. There's one other thing I can think of being the weapon, and it's, you know, the vase that was, and I think it might have been brought over to the next room and then smashed. But I can't confirm or deny that. I have to assume that's not the case.
I think I had to look this up because I didn't understand. Or I'm just stupid.
I'm
And I
really
don't understand
so there's
why
no
this is
bloodstains at the crime scene.
Um,
And it's because the fish tank was broken. But I'm not supposed. So we've gotten to that.
so just go through all the ones that you have.
Okay.
Mostly because I want to see if I can figure out why the fuck this was jammed.
Victim's crime scene photo, broken fish tank, killer's escape route. Did she smash her against the fucking window?
No, like go through all the things you have, like, and look at them.
Okay. Hold on. I'm so
You're
confused.
just like flipping through them. I'm like, that doesn't help me figure out why this one that it tells me is the answer.
Where's the broken window? I think I passed it. Killer's escape route. Normally you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall.
Okay, go through the rest of them.
Okay, the rest of them. So, my memory's not good.
It's on that
Stolen
big a scale,
swimsuit,
too?
broken vase
How
photo,
about beating her with gravel
victim's
instead?
crime scene.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death,
I'm so confused. So, I already forgot a lot of these. The broken fish tank, the killer's escape route, the stolen swimsuit, the broken vase photo,
Open each one so we can read them.
vase found broken in the classroom next to the music room. Girl had a swimsuit stolen. Normally you can't leave the music room.
I'm just gonna tell you the answer because I don't understand why this is the answer. You have to shoot, hit her with gravel instead with the stolen swimsuit.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, how? What?
Right? I don't understand this. That's why I'm pretty sure I had to Google this.
it should
That
have
doesn't
had
make
bloodstains.
sense.
I know that. That's why I'm confused and why I wanted, because I thought maybe the stolen swimsuit had something in the statement that would make sense.
Oh, I get it. She put the gravel in the swimsuit, then like beat her with it. That's obscure, but like,
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Maybe. I'm gonna be honest, because I didn't figure this part out on my own.
so it's too
I
small.
don't remember it.
No, it's whole like the moment I thought about it for a second, that actually makes sense, and that's why she had to get rid of the swimsuit because it's the murder weapon. Holy shit, that makes sense.
Cool, I'm glad we got there.
Conducts universal
Dude,
chaos.
only because I got the
On
answer.
that big a scale, too?
God, that's so crazy.
I had to Google that. Because what the
It's-
fuck?
Why do I always do that? It's because
I agree with that.
Yay, consent from Ibuki. That
Like-
was the worst. It made
The killer must have used gravel to
it
attack
made
the
sense the moment it clicked. The moment like you
get
told
the
me
answer
that was
and
the
you
answer.
think.
My
Yeah.
goodness. I got it right. And I was
Like-
just throwing things out there.
I want to know the person
Just as I thought.
that
I'm
got to that
chosen by the
conclusion on their
gods.
own.
Right?
Because
That's a really obscure
I love you
one.
so much for getting that, because even knowing how this case played out, I really thought we were on the part where we talked about how the fish tank washed the blood away.
It's too small to be a weapon.
We were not.
What if the gravel put inside some sort of bag?
Yeah.
I think this was the only thing I ever had to Google in the case other than meat on the bone.
Yeah. So this totally
If the weapon
this
is
totally
something
made
that
sense the
appeared
moment it
to
was presented
so
in
is the
front of
bag.
me.
once you had no other choice but to know that that was the answer, you just kind of, you know, you figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm right.
Swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel. It'd make an effective weapon.
Your pew pew, bitch.
Honestly, like, a bit obscure of a way to do it.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea.
That's kind of a more Chiaki thing to say. Surprised we're getting an Ace Attorney reference here.
But for the killer, it's an idea that
That said, I can totally see this being something in an Ace Attorney game.
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
She probably threw it in the goddamn
How about it,
furnace.
Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
It's a very obscure weapon. Honestly, all the ideas we put forward first made a bit more sense.
Hey, you do get logic drive this trial, by the way.
The real
Cool.
important talk begins now.
I'm honestly just going through to figure out where the fuck I remember talking about the fish
Girl
tank.
E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Not really. She was just... Accomplice implies she helped her with the murder. This is more accessory after the fact.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru
You ever
is
just
the
get a website that
accomplice?
just glitches and it won't
What
let you
is
scroll
this?
anymore?
What does that mean?
All the time.
I mean, it's just me. What's the proper term? It's... Oh, there's a term for it when you don't bring...
Don't talk about that.
When you don't bring evidence forward to the police. There's a term for it.
Obstructing justice.
Yes. That's more of what this is than
The
accomplice.
piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
Are you bathing? I wanted to see. Are you showing everyone what a clean and pretty girl you are?
And
Huh?
apparently the reason Girl
Showing
E
everyone
committed
what a
murder in the
pretty
first
girl
place
you are?
was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent.
Yeah, it's a good thing there's never
I mean,
witnesses to
she
these.
choked her out and then
Like, that would be a
bludgeoned
really boring trial.
Just, yeah, I saw her do it. Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, the second case in the last game had a witness, but he was a prick.
Accident.
Yeah.
From there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might
Wild
as
that all
well
this
ask
happened
just
in 4
case.
days.
Yeah.
Who do you think
I mean-
killed Girl E?
There's been games that happen in less.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just meant 2 murders happened in 4 days. Like, whoa!
I mean, if you think about the concept of Majora's Mask, like, that's technically Link committing 4 murders in 3 days.
That's fair.
Guy F. Monokuma! It's always Monokuma!
It should have been Guy F.
My legs are falling asleep.
I'll never forgive her.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning
Can we call them by
hellfire
name?
desire to avenge his murdered sister.
God.
Not yet.
But Guy F is...
What?
It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you
Also,
can
to be fair-
say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
Nope.
No!
I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't
No.
remember. That's obvious.
If they did,
Their school memories were
it'd be way
like
easier.
totally stolen.
Totally!
even if I don't remember,
Totally.
no, it's obvious that guy is the killer.
Just because he's Yakuza?
He
no
is
one would kill a
Yakuza.
nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko.
Damn.
Fair. You know? Fair.
Girl
I feel you.
and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
I mean, we get you two were banging, but calm down.
Sure do talk a lot of
She lost her fuck buddy, okay? Now
She can't
she's,
tie her kimono again.
Now she's filthy, stanky, upsetty, and also horny.
Because Mahiru's
She's got all the things going for her now.
that game, perhaps the two
Oh,
are
and pissy.
related.
The crime scenes are the same, Pecco. No, the game I was death are probably related. Actually, there's an important shared point with Girly and Mahiru's murder. Okay, so... Well, it's... Do I show this one? Or... Because it's the exact same. I'm showing it. Okay. I mean, the crime scenes are exactly the same.
They are, but that's not what you have to select. I didn't want to answer because I was like, I don't think it is, but then I was like, last time I didn't know the answer, so now I'm just scared I'm wrong all the time. I did know the answer, by the way. I was correct in what you have to show. I just have the app on my phone locked so that if we get confused again, if my poor brain can't figure it out.
Well, she received a blow to the back of the head. Split up. Naturally, there's a point shared point with Girly and Mahiru's murder. Well,
Other than the fact that the crime scenes are identical, what is in both crime scenes?
the murder weapon. So the bat.
There you go.
Okay. That's my slide again.
I can prove it with this.
Can you tell I'm an
Antenna.
Can you tell I'm an
I'm
Xbox
not sure
gamer?
the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game.
This is why I hate when people tell me to press X.
As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house,
Hey, it's okay. Her knee isn't broken.
and Girl
Well, her knee isn't broken either.
That's fair.
both killed by a blow to the head with a metal
Man, it
bat.
must suck to be Sato. She didn't even get her face put in the game.
She didn't.
There's no way we can ignore that connection.
It must suck to be like.
Dude, imagine if she wasn't killed. There'd be 17 people here right now.
Well, that's assuming they're in the same
Someone must
class.
have wanted to split her
She could have been
head
like
the
class
exact
1C.
same way they avenged the first victim.
I'm just calling this. I'm assuming this is class 1B, and the last game was 1A. But that's
I
also
think-
assuming they're the same year. They could totally have no relation to each other. They could have never fucking met.
Hey, why don't you confess
I mean, there's
already?
all.
You're the one who killed
I assume they're
Mahiru,
different
right?
years, and that once a year they do the ultimate lucky student thing. So I assume that this was there from the next year, and the last class was like
they
second
did
or third
say
years.
once a year they pick one's lucky student.
Yeah, so
So-
that's why I'm assuming it. Duh.
Not assuming it, you're just
You better cut
Stating
that
fact.
stating it.
Yeah.
Stating the
There's
fact
no
that
way
it
a
was
stupid
said
game
in
could be
this
the
game.
motive.
I mean, this also has no relation to what we're doing right now.
No.
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge.
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
And
I-
circles and circles and circles.
I just imagine
and
they're just going
circles
back and
circles.
forth, but while she's talking about this.
Suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
He doesn't look suspicious. He looks like a baby.
What did he?
He doesn't
I
look
mean,
baby.
there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
That has crossed my mind because I really locked in on Fuyuhiko, but I also said that doesn't mean he's the killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The
She
true
sounded like
killer
such a
played that
baby
game,
there.
and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Kyoko?
Somehow I knew this was gonna happen.
You always gotta.
I think I
You
said.
gotta get to the obvious clues.
I think I said that she is
And
going
then get
to be.
the more obvious clues.
I felt really sorry for her that she was going to be framed for this at some point. Because, considering
Yeah.
she also has to deal with the closest thing she had to a friend being killed.
Hold on, I like to think
Understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
that the motive for why they're now thinking that she did it was because they had a lover's quarrel. Like, Mahiru didn't get her to come fast enough, and she just got really angry.
What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch?
We're gonna do this next time.
Oh yeah, shit. Alright, we'll figure this out next time. Bye!